Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage tonight, doing a little bit of goofing around, and the days are starting to get pretty short on me here when I finally get home from work. It's not much time to get out and actually do range trips or anything, so I'm going to be doing a lot more videos in the garage here. But I wanted to do, this is one that I actually built this one a couple years ago now, I think. I'll link some videos on different things that I've done to this thing down in the description. But this is one that I really literally saved from the garbage bin. This one had a broken stock. The frame on it was actually, it's still not perfectly straight, but the frame on it was actually bent, and I was able to get in there with some I clamped this in a piece of wood around here and got in there with some 3/8 inch ratchet extensions and just gently worked it back straight and straightened it out. You can see right there, it is got a big whammy right there from where it was bent. But I got it straightened out real good, so I thought really really couldn't be restored to any great extent, so I thought maybe I would play around with it and see what kind of modifications I could do to it. So I got a hold of first I got a hold of Shane Bruce from Resto Mod Daisy. I'm not sure where he's been, but I understand that he's still kicking, so hopefully he will get back on and start doing some videos again. I really kind of miss his content. But he told me about Cobalt 327, and I've used quite a bit of stuff from him over the years since then, but I didn't really know about him until Shane told me about his eBay store. So what I went on there and found was he sells actually a spring kit that you can get for these guns that he's got his Cobalt 327 spring, which is a kind of a beefed up spring compared to the stock spring that would come with these, and increases the power on them. Just by putting those in the gun, you increase the power by quite a bit. And then he had a new set of seals. This needed a new set of seals. And also he sells in that kit a 7/64 oversized air tube. So it's basically drilled out. So the main regular air tube of one of these guns, and I can show you what one of them look like. This is a seal set, and this is the abutment washer, and then this metal tube is the air tube, and that little diameter of that hole up the middle is the much smaller than 7/64 of an inch in a stock gun. And he has ones that are, I don't know if they drill them out or if they make them like that or whatever, but the 7/64 is like a good 50% bigger than the hole, so it allows more air to rush up and push the BB down. So if you're generating a lot more air with a big spring and you can't get it out through that air tube because it has to actually go through that air tube to push the BB down the barrel. So I replaced all of those pieces, and it was doing really pretty good. I've got the barrel for it up there, the original barrel, hanging on one of the magnets over there. But I wanted to take it a step further because I had read several other guys using these Daisy Model 25 air tubes in the bigger adult size guns and getting a lot better performance out of their guns, because the original barrels are just folded metal with a seam, and the seam can leak air and you lose a lot of pressure with those. And these Daisy Model 25 tubes are actually a solid barrel with no way for air to leak out, except for actually where the BBs feed down in. But so what I did was I took and ordered one of these new production Model 25, and I'll put a link down below for the video I did on how to make this. But the barrel for the 102 is like 3 1/8 inch or something like that, shorter than a standard adult size Daisy BB gun that would have the bottle cap barrel. So here's the original barrel with the bottle cap end on it. And so I made this, and so Shane builds a lot of guns, adult sized guns, and he calls them, if he can get them up to 350 feet per second, he calls them super thumpers. Well, this one didn't quite make it to the 350 foot threshold, mainly because two reasons. The barrel is much shorter on this, so it doesn't have as much time to utilize the extra pressure that's being made now. And also the compression chamber is shorter on these, so there's not as much air to be pushed out the barrel. But I did see around 330, 335 feet per second as a maximum. It's settled down a little bit now. I'm running in about the 315, 320, but it's still a normal one of these guns is only doing 250 at the most. So it's quite a big jump in pressure. So the way you feed these is there's a follower here that you got to pull up and latch, and then there's a hole right here, and you fill that with BBs. And this one was almost out. So the only drawback to doing this mod on one of these tubes is the original Model 25 air tube would hold 50 BBs, and now this one will only hold about 30. But it's still fun. So I've refilled the BB tube, and you can see all the BBs maybe all stacked up in there. So now you just got to put this back in and screw it back in, and now we're ready to shoot. And she's still a thumper. I'm not gonna go through all of those BBs, but I thought it'd be fun to let you guys see it. The reason I thought to actually do this is because I actually have another 102-36 right here that actually belongs to Chad, one of the new guys I've met recently, and we actually traded it to a couple of 22s recently, and pretty cool little relationship starting there. But so this 102-36 is still bone stock right now. He did ask me to do a reseal on it, and I'm going to do that for him. This was his father's gun, or is his father's gun, and it's actually working pretty good now. But you can tell the difference in performance right there. I mean, it's working up to par, but it's pretty pathetic compared to that other gun. So we're going to go ahead and still got enough to go through the can, but I mean, with the power that one's making, you could almost do a little bit of bird hunting if you really wanted to. But so that's pretty cool. So that's my my update. I know we've added a lot of subscribers since the days when I did this 102-36. I think I was maybe less than 1,000 or right around 1,000 subscribers. So now we're pushing 13,000 at the filming of this video. So lots of fun. But there you go. This one's the, oh, when was this one made? This one was 1975 is when this one was made. So this one that Chad sent over is an older one. It's got the wooden stock. So So this one would be a, I think this one would be a 1968 registration or lot number or whatever. So they went back and forth. Sometimes they put wood on them. That one still is a Rogers, Arkansas, so it's definitely after 1958, but pretty cool. So we're going to make that one a Super Thumper Junior, or at least a Thumper Junior. And we'll get it back to him so he can have his dad. I'm not sure how his dad's going to be able to work that, but he's got some very serious medical issues going on. But I think it's just, Chad's just trying to cheer him up and give him a little bit of something to look forward to. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions about things that I've done to this gun, or so I also wanted to let you guys know about a couple of really cool tools that I've been using recently that was sent over to me. The fella's store is on eBay, and I'll put a link down in the description for these. These are, he calls these the Daisy tools, and they're basically a spring compressor. So when you work on one of these guns, you got to push you got to take the stock off, obviously, but you go up inside where the stock sticks in, and you got to get to this spring catch here and push the spring, compress the spring a little bit so you can get that spring catch out, so you can get the guts out of it to change the seals out. And he makes those. Got two different sizes for different size guns. Some of them have a little more clearance inside than others, and so he has two different sizes there. A lot of people make them using old welding rods. I have one that I made using welding rods that I busted the, and it gets the job done. But those are a lot more specific. They, the welding rods is kind of a, you use 5/32 welding rod, and it's kind of a trade-off between the two sizes. So that one's got the smaller size and the larger size, so you don't have to have the trade-off. So, but anyway, really cool gun, and lots of fun. Cuts a can pretty quick. So hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.